is absolute trash. They go like 4 knots and have like 1 torpedo launcher, and they're just straight up terrible. So anyway, that should be, yeah, good rating. You cannot get S rating unless you're on normal or higher. I got a backward thruster, and that is the item I picked up, a 53 centimeter torpedo, which is like 5 times larger than the one I currently have. That doesn't seem powerful at all. I actually don't remember where all of the treasure items are or what they are, but they're really good. I'll probably mention them. If I do a second run through of the campaign, I'll probably grab all of them then. Depends on how many more times I want to beat the game. It's already been 4 or 5. Could make it 6 or 7, why not? Permission granted. Go drink grog or something. Do Navy people drink grog, or is that just pirates? I think that's just pirates. I think everyone should drink grog. It's the best thing ever. How's Assassin's Creed 1 going? It's done. I'm fairly sure it's all uploaded as well. Shogun 2 was finished yesterday, and I do wish to save again. So it's done. And notice it's not mid-mission anymore. So, spoiler, there's gonna be some difference here. We don't need to do anything special with this mission, so from here on out it's just me completing missions. So, yay. No loop where I'm concerned, apparently. I'm confused by that statement. We need to find a submarine, and sometimes this mission can be kind of irritating if you don't remember where the sub is, because it just kind of wanders around, so the longer you take, the harder the mission is. And quite frankly, I don't remember where the submarine is, so this could be a mission that's either 5 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't know. And there's enemy subs. Luckily they start us with a destroyer that has torpedoes and depth charges, but if you want an S rating, you're going to have to kill all of the submarines, and eventually some enemy destroyers will spawn that you can kill as well. S ratings are pretty easy to get the second time through because you have much better ships that are much faster, so you can get around the maps without, you know, waiting 15 minutes to go from one side to the other. They're tasty. Mmm, tasty. Herp derp derp. Ha ha ha. He goes from that face to this one. Good man. The best part is waiting. I don't know about that. Floating dock Skidbladnia has been assembled. So it's gonna tell us about the design tutorial, which I'm gonna skip because it's not terribly complicated. Dat face. And we get some initial research components to actually build a boat. Now we have the floating dock, so we can design boats to use, we can research stuff, and we can do training missions. Training missions are useful when you're researching, because a training mission counts as a research day. So if you're stuck on a mission and you want that additional research, you can just do a bunch of training missions. R&D, we're going to enter, it's going to tell us about a tutorial that I don't care about. It's freaking R&D, I don't need a tutorial. So, there are about 1,100 odd parts that you can research and then put on your boat. There's a lot of parts. We are 1% of the way there. We'll be that in no time. Now the first thing I want to research here, there's several things I want to research actually. We need engine. I'm pretty sure it's structures, and then artillery and hulls, pretty much in that order, give or take. Although structures and engines are kind of, you know, back and forth. But We have bridges, we have aft, we have facilities. Most of these we don't even know about. Catapults and elevators are for planes. Aft bridges are... I can't remember exactly what the point of command is, but they give you command. And some of them give you some other things, but, you know, there's a lot of them. I forgot to zoom. I don't remember what the zoom button is, otherwise I was going to show you that. Let's see. Buttons! I forget buttons. No, seriously, I forget buttons. That's the button I want. Alright. Let us look at stuff here real quick. Creeper fail. Well done. Purge. So we need power. We need a lot of power. Required more funds. What can we research here? We can research Boiler 1 and Boiler 2, which will take all of our money. Is that worth it? 1900 output, 1800 output. It's not much of an increase. Or do I want more steam turbines? I probably want better steam turbines. So many choices, man. You know what? Let's get better engines. Straight up better engines. So that's gonna take 1 turn for each of these, 2 turns. You get the general idea. This one costs 500, takes 2 turns to complete. That one's 700 with 3 turns. It's a fairly simple UI here. And that cost all of our funds. So we are pretty much incapable of doing anything. I should probably research a little bit of Purge as well. You need Purge with the basic engines because they produce smoke and boats don't like smoke, so you need some way to purge the smoke from your boat. Otherwise known as smokestacks, by the way. And we have no funds to do anything, but I'm basically just going to show you stuff that we know about right now. This isn't all of it. You'll notice it becomes a dashed line down here. That means there's more stuff below it that we just don't know about. But you can see you can get lots of guns, lots of calibers, lots of barrels. And what we're going to want is we're going to want 14 centimeter guns with 2 barrels at 60 caliber. And then that should hold us for quite a while. Purge the unclean. Not quite. And I think that's all we want for artillery for a while, but we can't do anything, so just click done. And don't click abort R&D because that'll kick you out of R&D without saving any of your changes because the game hates you. And we're gonna design it. I don't think we have enough stuff to actually design a boat that's any better than this, but you know, that's a thing. So, this looks probably partially confusing. One would imagine. Let's just click design, because why not? No, not that. We'll just leave it like this. So in the center is basically a blueprint of your boat. Blue is engine, turbines basically. Orange is power sources. And then if I had a way to show it to you. Can't remember how to just straight up do stuff. Just do it this way, so I can show you it. There's a little cursor right there, you can see it. There's some smokestacks there, you know, you've got your forward bridge, your aft bridge, and your cannons and stuff, and you can place them at different heights so they can fit. This VP down here is your vital area, basically. It's where all of your parts are. The bigger this area, the more expensive your armor is going to be. So you'll notice at the very bottom there, it says armor rating 10 centimeters core, and Moomin's here. That means the vital area is below a certain percent, and it's marked as core. If your vital area gets too large, your armor becomes heavier, and you start having issues with weight limits and stuff like that. I don't think we need... I mean, we could put more engine stuff on it, but I don't think we need any. There's no systems we have researched except for basic stuff. Give it some forward thruster and a backwards thruster, because why the heck not? Don't really care. Destroyers can have the most systems, but they have the lowest weight limit, so there are trade-offs on that kind of front there. Let's see if we can change our guns here. I don't think we have any... I mean, we could put some 14 centimeter on there. You can see the reload time has less ammunition, more dispersion, more range, more damage, that kind of stuff. Knocks T over on accident. Don't knock his T over, by God. We only have 45 centimeter torpedoes, apparently. Didn't think we had torpedoes that large. Well, we have unlimited 12 centimeter guns, but we don't have any options for it. Do we have any options for 10? Nope, we don't have any options for that. So we're going to put some 14 centimeter guns on it, because why not? And you'll notice stuff has turned red on the background there. And I can't remember how to... Can't remember how to do really anything. I probably should have done the tutorial. Is it place that I want? Part not in stock, I'm aware. There we go. This is the screen I wanted earlier. The stuff that's in red means it can't fit. Something is interfering with it, and that's because these 14 centimeter guns are bigger. So basically we can just move them slightly and solve this issue, like so. We can't really do anything special yet, because our guns are trash. You don't fit there because there's a freaking launcher in the way. You don't fit there. Can we do something with you? We can move you farther back. There we go. And that still doesn't fit. Is it you? Can I put you anywhere else where you won't interfere? How about there? There we go. Now it fits all right. So now we have bigger guns. That's really the only difference here. I mean, I could put better armor on it, but that'll make the speed slower. And we don't have any other stuff. And you'll notice my armor rating is now full. Well done me. Ah, well, it's alright. And we will apply these design changes. So basically all we've done is make the gun better. Hooray! It looks identical. We'll just go to battle now. Later on we'll be able to put, you know, 7 different weapons on it and have a bunch of different types of cannons and machine guns and, you know, flight decks and stuff like that. Obviously we don't have anything researched yet, so our boats are going to be fairly basic.
All hands alert.
There's a boat over there.
Secondary objective added.
He is out of range. Oh well. Time to go find a submarine. So we have slightly less ammunition on our cannons, but we do slightly more damage. Its propeller is broken? Good God, it's a good thing we have radar 1 and sonar 1, otherwise we'd never be able to see it. Can these torpedoes actually hit I don't think torpedoes can actually hit submarines now that I'm thinking about this. He can shoot torpedoes at me, but I don't quite frankly care. I guess that's why they give you depth charges. Oh well, we have a submarine to find. Hello. The German submarine U-513. That's right, we're saving Germans. Don't argue. There's also a button you can push if you have a bunch of cannons that are capable of auto-firing, but... Death charges, yes. But you don't have them set up to auto-fire. If you hold this button, which is called engagement mode.
Stop engine.
I don't remember how to make him pop up, actually. If you enter engagement mode, your cannons will auto-fire on stuff that's in range, so...
Engagement mode.
Oi! Do I need to kill the boat so you'll pop up? Or are you just gonna... Someone's shooting at me. Oi! Oi! What do you mean not in range? They're shooting at me! Don't give me that crap. Let's kill some stuff and see if he becomes more comfortable with the situation here. 14 centimeter cannons go! Notice the massive dispersion now. We can't really hit anything at range. But by God, when we do hit them, they're actually going to drop stuff, so I probably want to be over here to pick it up. I thought torpedoes could hit submarines, but I guess torpedoes cannot in fact hit submarines. They do travel across the surface.
Incoming torpedo!
Oh no! Torpedoes. They travel across the surface, so I guess it's not possible for them to hit submarines. Parts. Yay, parts. I like parts. Lets me build more stuff. And now we won? What? Submarines are OP? Not really, no. We win! Apparently. We didn't really help the submarine, but we win! Do I have any objectives? Sink 2 enemy submarines. Let's do that real quick then. There's a lot of different weapons that can hit submarines. I thought torpedoes could, apparently they can't. The main thing with submarines is they're really slow when they're underwater. They go at like a third of the speed or something silly like that, and they're also fairly weak. Don't have a lot of weight limit, stuff like that, can't have a lot of systems. It's probably way more than I needed to kill the dude, but hey, he's dead. I like the victory music is still playing. Well done! Have some victory music. There's also anti-submarine missiles you can get, anti-submarine aircraft. There's a lot of anti-submarine stuff. I like the anti-submarine aircraft because that means I don't have to worry about it, but you know. Let's fire 2 off. Oh, got him. All right.
Secondary objective complete.
Hooray! You have to make at least one submarine, regardless of what path you take, you have to make at least a submarine.
Mission complete. Now, let's leave the area.
Drops death charge. Death charge, go! I thought I was supposed to already do that, or is it going to dump me back in the mission? Or is it going to be a different mission where I have to link up with the submarine? I don't know. Give me all of your reward points and funds and stuff, and I got a machine gun! And a 40mm revolving gun. I forgot they had these. They're not really that good, but, you know. And Silver Swan. Bunch of other crap that doesn't really mean anything. The Silver Swan ranks are basically tech limiters. I want all the points. If you don't have a certain rank, you can't increase your tech. And you get rank by getting points in missions. It's not terribly difficult to actually max out your rank, really. By the way, all 3 of the story paths have the same number of missions, and 2 of them, the very last 2 missions, are limited to your second or further playthrough of the story. Because you can play through the story as many times as you want, because it has a new game plus infinity mode. Hello, German scientist with large boobs. It's basically the ship version of a Gatling gun. For those of you who don't know what a revolving gun is, it is a Gatling gun. They're not terribly effective because of how little damage they do, but if you're facing something like a heavy aircraft, which we will face eventually, they can be somewhat useful to have because they're better at hitting those than just straight up cannons. ... Some dramatic dots. No, I think I'll ask. Why not? Wait, what? We were unable to find the previous attack by the destroyers, and what is that word even? Is that supposed to be previous? Is that a typo already? Or is that a word I'm just unaware of? Welcome aboard, woman. Make me tea. I do wish I had tea, actually. Wall of text go. I told you they're concentrated at the start of the game. This game does have bosses, and the bosses in this game are actually fairly difficult if you're not set up for it. Which, you know, if it's your first time through the game, playing on normal difficulty, you're gonna have a hard time in a lot of these missions. Welcome, come make me a sandwich. I demand it. But A, I know what I'm doing, and B, I'm playing on easy, and it is recommended you play on easy the first time through. There's a reason for that, trust me. You can get through on normal, but you're gonna have to do a lot more training missions to get research done. On easy, it makes it a lot easier for me being recording. I don't have to do so many training missions. The floating dock Skedbladnia. Are these like German names or something? German, yeah, I guess German names. Because, I mean, like, Skidbladnia, or is it like, I don't know what it is, actually. Could be Swedish or something? I don't know. I don't know anything about anything that's not American, because I'm American. That's how that works. Go straight to impossible mode. The hardest missions are going to be the bonus missions. Look at that man's face. Look at his face. God, good lord. He's evil. That is the definition of pure evil right there. Today we officially declare the establishment of the Empire of Wilkia. What is wrong with his face? He's evil. That's what evil people look like. For those of you who have been curious how I know who's evil all the time, they just look like this. You're walking down the street, you see a guy that looks like this, he's evil. That's just how it is. I'm over here making like freaking body language going on here. You guys can't even see it. Good God, man. His face. Basically, this story is kind of an alternate timeline of essentially World War II for all intents and purposes. I have a declaration to make. This world has been bound by the iron chains of the great powers, their egoism concealed beneath a sheen of hypocrisy. In order to turn this situation around, I will make myself a great power. Wait, what? Come under our control or walk the path to your downfall. That's quite the statement from the country of Wilkia. Webcam for the stream? My webcam's currently on the floor. I'm not sure that would be much of a view. That guy helps a granny cross the street. Seriously, if you see this man on the street, just, you know, stay away. Foot cam. There you go. It'd be like one of those spam messages on popular Twitch channels. Sexy girls play games. Sexy feet play games. Feet. The reason these are so condensed at the start of the game, by the way, is because this is when it dumps basically all of the storyline on you. As it goes further and further in the game, you'll have 5, 6, 7, 12 missions where it doesn't tell you anything ever. Your webcam is always in the optimal position, unplugged. Mine's always plugged in, it's just usually in random places. Hot Russian grills. This is indeed true. I wonder if grills in Russia come with cameras mounted on them. Like grill cams. Everyone in Russia has a dashboard cam on their car. Maybe they all have cameras in their grills. Who knows? He looks like Mikey Rourke. Do you wish to save? Yes. This is actually a really good save screen, by the way, and apparently there are 1,500 parts. Could have looked at that earlier. You'll notice this save, which is 60.5 hours in and completed the game 2 times, has 1331 out of 1,500 parts, has 2.5 million funds and 32 million points. Still haven't gotten all the parts. Takes a lot of time to get all the parts, but a lot of the parts are really cool, and it makes me want to get them, which is why I played the game so much. Everything about him is evil, by God. Also, this doesn't really apply so much to the stream viewers, but it applies more on YouTube. This is straight PS2 output. So A, it's not a very high resolution, and B, it doesn't look very good. This isn't emulated, this is just straight what the PS2 looks like. So it's gonna be probably, possibly not even 480p. I've forgotten what I've recorded this at. Of course, I'm also playing it on a freaking 21-inch HD 1080p computer monitor, but that's all I have to plug it into, so it's very grainy to me. It looks good for the stream viewers because A, it's at the resolution the stream is at, so that's kind of irrelevant. And B, it looks really good on the recording screen, which is what the people on the stream are watching. Can I show you the best ship in the other save? I was showing off a couple ships that I had made while sitting on the start screen. Because the start screen will actually autoplay a battle with the last ship that was sitting in your dry dock, or your wet dock, floating dock, whatever it is. It is a wet dock. It's not much of a dock, but it is a dock nonetheless. By the way, look at the size of the machine guns on that boat back there. Those are beefy machine guns. You didn't know what was possible, Lord of Time? Plugging it into a computer monitor or recording it? I also wish to ask for his service. Dun dun dun. That lack of anti-aliasing. Yeah, that's the main thing you'll notice in PS2 games is very jaggy. A doctorate in weapons and tactical research. How do you get a doctorate in weapons and tactical research? For those curious how this is plugged into my computer monitor, by the way, it's because it's going through the capture card. So it's coming component out of the PS2, and I had to get component stuff for it. It's the PS3 cables. The component cables that come with a PS3, just plug it in the PS2. It's the same cable. I don't have a PS3, by the way. And that's going from that into a converter to the capture card, and then it's coming HDMI out of the capture card into the monitor. So on my end, on the computer screen it looks like garbage because A, it drops quality, and B, it's a PS2. But on the recording end, it's the actual, what the game looks like. I just have a slightly reduced quality. Like the color's off a little bit, stuff like that. Which only applies to me, and it doesn't really matter that much because there's nothing in this game that has colors that are so close to each other that it'll be an issue. Also, I hate Nagy, by the way. Also, this mission sucks. Just point that out. It's not terribly hard, but you have to keep pace with the cargo fleet, and they're so slow. Anti-sub weaponry, and as powerful a sonar as we can get. We only have a sonar, so it is this sonar we get. And we should have enough anti-sub weapon to actually deal with it. It's funny they tell you to equip anti-submarine weaponry, but the recommended ordnance is anti-ship. Well done, game. Well freaking done. There are some games on the PS2 that can actually software emulate, mind you, but they can still do it. They can output 1080i, so 1080 interlaced, which is amazing that that's physically possible in some PS2 games. And we've gotten some additional research done. I'm going to go back into R&D because we've unlocked more funds. This is in fact the same game that was shown yesterday, yes. And I'm going to go ahead and start researching some cannons. Do I want 14 or do I want to go up the next level? When do I stop getting 2 barrels? Pretty much right there. So let's grab that, and that. So that'll give us 15.5 centimeter 2 barrels at 55 caliber. Where else am I streaming this, if anywhere? Just Twitch. It'll be uploaded to YouTube, but I am just streaming at Twitch. Sometimes I stream to YouTube simultaneously as Twitch. Same stream, same call.